glorious. No, I won't give in till I'm victorious. And I will defend.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? You already know, your boy Menace, back at it again. InternetSmarks, here with my NXT review from last night's NXT. It was a pretty short show. It was only 3 matches, so there's really not much to talk about. It's more of the build-up of what's going to happen toward the next takeover, I guess, and who's going to be the next #1 contender for the woman title and stuff like that. But we started off the night with the Authors of Pain. They were out there against some jobbers. I honestly don't even remember what the guys' names were because it really didn't matter. They washed them up in a couple of minutes. Then still just, they didn't only destroy them during the match, they destroyed them after the match. Hit them with the super collider after the match was over. And then there was this one move where they had them both on their shoulders and they like tossed them into the turnbuckles. That shit looked like it hurt. I don't know. But Authors of Pain are fucking next level strong, and those guys are huge. I don't see them jobbing out to anybody. Like, I don't know how anybody's gonna be able to beat the Authors of Pain. Like, they're just not gonna lay down and let you get a pin. Like, you literally might have to knock these dudes out just to be able to get a win over them. Because the way it's been looking now, they have faced off against everybody I thought would give them a challenge and still have not been challenged. So I will say though, Revival is one of the smartest tag teams out, so if there's anybody that would be able to challenge them outside of the strength, it would be Revival, because they're one of the best tag teams. The way that they mesh and they handle things using their tag team advantage is way different than what Authors of Pain. Authors of Pain pretty much rely on their strength and they just try to body through everything, when the Revival, they're more of the type that they're gonna outthink you and catch you slipping, which is the reason why I would see the Revival being the type to beat them. But I want to see Revival go back to the main roster already, and them winning the NXT tag team titles again would kind of like defeat the purpose, because that means they just have to be stuck there even longer, and the tag team division needs them right now. All those tag teams on SmackDown, and we have no real competition on there. So let the Revival go, let them go to the main stage. They need to be up there on SmackDown, and let them put in real work, and let the Authors of Pain run through NXT, and that's it. DIY needs to go up too, so DIY and Revival send them up to SmackDown, and let the Authors of Pain run rampant through there until you can find somebody that can actually challenge these guys, because it's not looking like that's going to happen anytime soon. But yeah, so Authors of Pain just ended up smoking those jobber guys in that match. They followed this one up with the ladies match. We had the full tag team, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, against Liv Morgan and a surprise partner. She had to pick a partner. She ended up picking Ember Moon, out of all people, the undefeated Ember Moon. Now, the part I found surprising about this match was the fact that Billie Kay and Peyton Royce actually won the match. They did what I said about the Revival. They are smart together. Liv and Ember have never tagged together, so they weren't ready for what Peyton and Billie were going to do. And they pretty much outsmarted them and took them out. But Ember Moon has still not been pinned. She's still undefeated. And they made a match now for a triple threat match next week to find out who the #1 contender will be to face Asuka. Of course, I want it to be Ember Moon because she's undefeated, and what better women's match to have than the 2 undefeated girls face off against each other, and the fact that Ember can actually wrestle and Asuka needs to go against actual challenges. But we'll see if they actually push that storyline the right way. I want to see Ember Moon up there. Final match was the UK Championship match, bro. Those guys, UK guys, can wrestle their ass off. Mustache Mountain, Seven Trent, and the champ. This was like a pretty back and forth match. Like, Tyler Bate, for being a young guy, he really knows like his in-ring thing, and like the part I found the coolest about it, that him and Seven Trent are partners, and Seven actually mentored Bate, so it's like student versus teacher kind of match. It was really respectable, great sportsmanship. The way that they did time management is what I like the most. The first 5 minutes of the match moved really slow. They were building the storyline up. They were doing little funny things like pressing each other against the rope, and when they would break it, they would fix each other's mustache. Stupid stuff like that. But after like the first 5 minutes and action started picking up, the moves that these guys have are ridiculous. Like they really meshed well together. I love the match. I want to see them go at it again on a bigger stage. It's like I feel like these kind of matches are more pay-per-view wise, but being as the UK guys there, I still take it anyway. They gave them enough time. They let them do work, and they both had great moves. I really was satisfied with both sides of the match. Bate ended up keeping his title, but it wasn't an easy task. Like he really he almost got taken out. Seven hit him with that 7-star freaking clothesline and flipped him out of his damn boots damn near, but he still managed to kick out. And then Tyler Bate hit him with his powerbomb and ended up retaining the title. But it was a decent match. I really liked it. As far as, you know, giving them the right amount of time to let them build it. It wasn't just a go in, fight, and get out. It was really, they built it up slowly, and then when the action really started picking up, the fans really got into it. And I feel like they were smart in the way that they built that up. I'm looking forward to seeing more UK guys coming over. I see Pete Dunne is going to be debuting soon. He was a beast when he was in the tournament, so I'm looking forward to seeing him on there too. And anybody else that they're going to bring, man, bring the real wrestling back. Less talking, more wrestling. It's always going to be my saying, and it's going to stay that way. And that's pretty much what was it for NXT last night. And I'll be back next week. I appreciate y'all for tuning in with us, man. InternetSmarks. Go follow us on Twitter at InternetSmarks1. Custom Made Menace, Chuck, Biggs, and the boy Cosby. Bro's on the team now. And yeah, just make sure y'all tune in, man. Check us out. InternetSmarks. Salute.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter at InternetSmarks1 for all newsrooms updates for everything WWE, as well as live tweets for all WWE programming.